This is where drug dealers of the internet era work. Any cafe with online access. Alex specializes in recreational drugs that have not been banned. He has his own website to market them with snappy-sounding names like Benzo Fury and Time for Hemp. The site even accepts credit cards. Alex delivers his drugs by regular mail, courier, and sometimes in person. His clientele ranges from students to businessmen and even politicians. But what about the risks for consumers?
These legal highs are very safe to consume, again, because they were created in a controlled laboratory, and it's not been mixed with other products that can create an irreversible damage.
No damage? The evidence from both online videos and statistics suggests otherwise. What makes the drug so hazardous is their unpredictable effects. 2 weeks ago, this design student who wishes to remain anonymous tried out her first legal high. It was called Red Dragon, a cannabis substitute. After smoking it, she first felt drunk, but then she vomited uncontrollably and collapsed. Her nightmare trip ended in the hospital.
I have a very bad memory of kind of what I was saying and what was going on. I also had slight difficulty breathing as well, whilst I was being sick. And I also just had this, I think if people wasn't there, I had this overwhelming urge to just lie back and sleep, even though I was being sick, which obviously would have been very dangerous.
In Britain alone, there are now some 80 websites like Alex's to choose from. Consumers are generally unaware of what these synthetic drugs made in China actually contain. 1 in 2 young people in Britain is estimated to have tried them at least once. The problem for the authorities is that the makers are coming up with new drugs faster than they can be banned. 43 deaths were linked to now banned legal highs in 2010, 8 times as many as in the previous year. The Club Drug Clinic in Chelsea helps people who have developed symptoms such as depression and panic attacks. Staff here have identified around 70 new substances on the market. They say consumers are playing Russian roulette with their lives.
What's interesting is the perception among users is that because it's legal, it must be safe. And I think we really need to challenge that, because with many of these new legal drugs that are available online, we really don't know what the risks are.
Club drugs could also trigger serious illnesses years later, like premature dementia or even cancer. But consumers are only interested in the immediate effects.
People start using club drugs to go out and have fun. They go out to party, they go, out dancing all night, and that's how people generally start using them. And then over time, what happens is that drug use escalates, and it goes from being something that's fun at a weekend that tends to then start spreading out into the weekday, and then they find they're using in their lunch hour at work, and then things really start going wrong.
Demand for legal highs is rapidly increasing in London, as is the number of consumers who end up in the hospital, especially on weekends. Dealers like Alex insist their drugs are harmless. For plants, perhaps. As seen on the website, most of the drugs come with a disclaimer.